Social media is not going anywhere. So, in a time where it's mass consumption, how do you try to lean into that message of moderation?
No, of course. So, a key thing about us is that we're not anti-social media, we're
Yeah.
not anti-technology. We really recognize that technology is here to stay and it's not going to go anywhere. On the contrary, it's going to be more central to our lives. So, it's more about how we shape our relationship with social media and the addiction that is this like kind of substance that we don't really know how to handle. So, a philosophy that we really have is to really educate the young, really advocate with the young that just how we learn in school about addictive substances and how to like not engage with them or just like how to like strategies for how to like navigate those settings. We also have to teach our young kids also how to navigate social media and their technology usage in order to really be in control of how they're using and spending their time.
How do you personally try to find that balance for yourself?
That's a great question. Like me and Emma, we're not perfect. Like you can always, like we have faults in our usage of social media, but I think something that really differentiates our efforts is that we're really mindful and like we're conscious that this is an addiction and this is something that is not in our specific control, like the algorithm, but we do our best to, if we catch ourselves scrolling, to be like, why am I scrolling or am I actually actively consuming and like cognizant of what I'm doing. And it's kind of those mindfulness gaps or mindfulness steps that we take that really help us really take back our time and identify like, is this how I want to be spending my time and spending my energy? Also, when we're speaking to people or going out to dinner, we really make an effort to, or when we're going out, to really make an effort of keep the phone in the purse. If you receive a text message, you don't have to answer it immediately. Like you can finish your conversation and then open your phone. Like there's no need to interrupt a social interaction to give attention to something that will always be there for you.
Then what do you say to people when they're in that moment? They feel so bare. They feel like there's a part of themselves missing. Because I think we've all been to dinner, we hear that buzz, our phone's on do not disturb, and we still feel that buzz. And we're like, I need this. I need to stop everything I'm doing. What do you kind of say to people in that moment? Or what would your advice be in that moment?
Yeah, well, our philosophy isn't really to preach or to lecture. It's more of a peer-to-peer conversation because we recognize that no one likes to feel inferior to anybody else, and that's also not our intention. We just want to maybe lead by example because really recognizing that people people know that they spend too much time online. People know that their reaction to a phone buzzing is not normal. And because it's an addiction, it's something that it's hard for them to control. So in those moments, you maybe try to remind them like, hey, like your intention in this dinner was actually not to use your phone and let them have the choice of like whether it's really important for them to check their phone or really important for them to stick to their guns of like, let's put it away. It's really their choice. We're just here to educate and to like advocate and just make people feel more aware, but never to force or to preach.
Yeah, and I also feel like just something that we all see on social media is a lot of people acting like authoritative voices, whether it's
Yeah.
on where the best restaurants are in a city or the best shoe brands. So having that message from young people being like, hey, we're not saying that we know everything, but we know that moderation is important with no matter what we do, because like you just said, social media is kind of a drug. It's a very important message.
I completely agree, especially during a time where a lot of things are polarized. There's a lot of extremes. I think the message of moderation and it's your choice and you decide your relationship and the autonomy that you have is pretty healthy and refreshing for a lot of people.